Hi everyone, Robin Shea here. Welcome to Before the Fork, the 28-day experience. And this is day 19, the evening message. And tonight's message is new definitions and how through various experiences in our lives, we come to redefine things that we previously had under one umbrella or one idea of something. But as we live and as we experience various things, our definitions may change towards many things in our lives. So, my hope is the day before the final day of phase two, that your definition, hi Lauren, your definition of fitness and health and nutrition and dieting and weight loss, and in all of those words that are related to what could have previously been defined as restriction and deprivation and aggravation and the connotations of lifestyle change could be incredibly negative. And I'm hoping that here we are 19 days into the program. I hope that your definition of lifestyle transformation, hi Tammy, has changed. And I hope your new definition of lifestyle transformation is now embodying opportunity, mindset, joyful experiences, finding joy in the journey, learning to live in 24-hour blocks. I hope that today, when you talk about diet, you're quick to correct yourself and you're quick to say, I'm not on a diet. I just live 80-20. I hope you're quick to think of yourself as someone that gets the privilege to live in the best of both worlds, where you're nourishing your body in your 80% healthy side of life, but you always carve out that 20% indulgence that nourishes your soul. So, I was thinking about definitions today, and my son is the first in my immediate family to go into the service. My 23-year-old Mac, he's the first in our immediate family to go into the service. Meaning, when I say immediate family, I mean any of his aunts and uncles, any of his cousins. He is a first generation military. His grandfather served, my husband's father served. That's about all of the experience, unless you go back to great uncles and great great uncles and that kind of thing. So I feel like my definition, my perception of military has now changed, because now I feel like I'm part of the inner workings of what makes America, sets America apart. So my definition is expanding because my view is expanding. My experience is expanding. I will never again say the Pledge of Allegiance or sing any of the patriotic songs that we sing in America. I'll have a different voice to bring to that as the mother of a serviceman. So that's why I thought that this message was kind of poignant, because I remember the day that I transformed my life and the day that I began to embody this spirit of 80-20 living, and that began to define me. It defined me in my eyes, and it defined me in the eyes of everyone I knew. Meaning my children knew that I lived 80-20. They knew that they lived 80-20. My sisters, my mom, my dad, friends, my children's friends. That is what they led conversations with. So my lifestyle began to define me. And it wasn't a lifestyle of dieting. It was a lifestyle of balance, because I never went without. When I wanted to have, I carved that time out, and I had, and I enjoyed, and I made the most of it. So I hope that your definition of diet, your definition of lifestyle change, fitness, everything, the six pillars. I hope that the six pillars have allowed you to broaden your entire perception of, let's go through them real quickly and how you could be affected by allowing yourself to redefine these items or these ideas in your mind. So we have the happiness ladder. I hope the happiness ladder has redefined for you what you think about attitude. So I hope that how we talked about responding versus reacting, and how when you react, it is typically from a negative perspective because you're reacting to an event. When you respond to an event, that means that you're choosing the level that you want to come into the event with. So we always want to respond from the higher zone, from the green zone. So we take control of the situation, or at least our response to the situation. So I hope that the happiness ladder has really helped you in redefining your reaction or response to life. And I hope that that's very empowering to you. I hope that journaling has now been redefined for you, so that it's not just taking pen to paper and jotting down thoughts and ideas, but now journaling actually serves you in the morning by setting up your day, and in the evening by recapping your day and allowing you to lay your head down at night and bless every trial and every tribulation that came your way that day. And that you've learned through journaling how to live in 24-hour blocks. Okay, nutrition, our next pillar. I hope that now you look at nutrition as, I will never diet again. I'm only going to get better and better and better at living an 80-20 lifestyle. I hope that this scale is showing you that very, very organically, through just cleaning up your 80% nutrition and having that very, very high nutritional standard in your 80%, how your 20% automatically redefines itself, because now only the best of the best of the best will fit into your 20% world. So I hope nutrition and the 80-20 lifestyle has redefined how you will ever think of dieting again. Fitness. I hope that your fitness archetype has helped you identify a relationship for fitness with fitness that can last you a lifetime. I hope that by identifying some of your predisposed ways of thinking to fitness, you have now found a niche in your life where fitness is now an instrumental part of your de-stressing, of your honoring your physical body. I hope that fitness is now not something that is aggravating and something you dread doing. I hope that it has now been redefined as the privilege to move oxygen and blood through your body through sheer enjoyment, whatever that enjoyment may be. Next, let's look at, what are we next? Oh, the body types, your body types, and aligning with your body type. I hope that, let's see, have I skipped a pillar? I feel like I'm skipping a pillar. Of course, it's going to take me forever to find it. Anyway, I hope that now you recognize that it's very important that you identify your predisposed body type. So now I hope that your body is redefined to you in such a way that you recognize it's perfectly fine to look at a beautiful body, and with a lot of appreciation for the sheer beauty of the human body. But now you've redefined it and you've aligned with the best use of your body, so that you recognize the difference between admiration and appreciation for what you can achieve with your own physical body. And finally, your support system. I hope that now you recognize that where before you may have thought that support were only people that allowed you to air and vent and chew the fat of the problem and keep it alive without any resolutions or problem solving. And now I hope you realize that there is a new definition of a support system, and that is empathetic listening, a micro amount of time to the problem, identifying the problem, a majority of the time identifying solutions, and finally to pay that support forward and bring people into your support system so that you can close your support loop. I hope that now that support isn't just something that you get. I hope that you recognize support is something you get, something you work with, and then something you give. And that completes that circle of support that is so very important. So, definitions are what came to me tonight, and allowing yourself the freedom and the openness to recognize where maybe at one point, due to your exposure, you had one definition, and now you're allowing that definition to morph and to change to serve you better now that you have a little bit more of a heightened awareness of the intricacies of this program of Before the Fork and the entire system that's been put together. So that's all I have to say for y'all tonight. Maybe look at some things in your life that you have redefined. And through redefining them, you've allowed them to find a better a better place in your life and a place of growth and not a place of clinging to stagnant ideas that limit you. So you guys have a wonderful night. I don't know what tomorrow morning is going to look like, to be quite honest with you. We'll be dropping my son off in the morning very, very early, and we should be back to the house about 7:30, 8 o'clock. But again, I don't know what the morning's going to look like, so I'll just get with you as soon as I can after we send him off. And if you guys could drop a prayer for him tonight and his safety and his continued growth and expansion, I would certainly appreciate that. You guys are such a wonderful part of my life, and I hope that this message served you well in some way. And I will be back with you tomorrow, which will be day 20, the final day of phase 2. And I'm ready to start hearing from y'all. I'm ready to start hearing how phase 2 has gone. What challenges did you expect that you overcame? What tools have proven to be the most useful for you? Um, Really, just how 80/20 is working out in your life. Are you feeling it? How much struggle have you actually allowed yourself to lean into and get on the other side of? That's huge. If the struggle comes up and we choose not to lean into it, but to lean away from it and to give into the temptation, just remember, whatever we give into is what grows. So every chance you have to lean into the discomfort of change, choose you. Every time you choose you, you grow stronger. Every time you lean away from the discomfort of change, the old you grows stronger. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. That's a good thing to keep in the front of your mind. Um, and just your conscious processing when you're starting to lean into or you're starting to lean away, let those words resonate with you. Whatever you give into grows stronger. Whether you're leaning into the struggle or you're leaning away from struggle, whichever one wins is what is going to grow stronger. So it's your choice at the end of the day, but I know you want to choose yourself. So y'all have a wonderful night, and I will talk to you first thing in the morning. Okay, bye now. Oh, where's my button?